Hello everyone. So today in entrepreneurship class we are doing unit 2. In unit 2 we have to do values, then motivation and attitude. So we'll start with what is the mantra of success of an entrepreneur. What are the factors on which success of an entrepreneur depends? Now success here is equal to values, attitude and motivation. Now like values means value is a set of belief that provides standards which guide behavior. Now we see that honesty, truthfulness, these are the values. Whatever is considered important by the society is the value. The things, the behavior which the society considers as good, okay, or which the society says that is important for an individual, for an entrepreneur, is the value. Now attitude is the way a person sees someone or some conditions, okay, how we behave in a particular manner, that is our attitude. And motivation is the inner feeling because of which a person works, okay. So this is a psychological phenomena because of which a person, he does something, he behaves in a particular manner. Now value, attitude and motivation, these are the factors which affects the functioning of an entrepreneur. These are the factors on which success of an entrepreneur depends. Now what is a value? Value is the set of beliefs. These are the beliefs that provide standards. It provides standards which guide your behavior. Okay, these are values is something which is very considered as good, which is considered as important by a surrounding, by a society. Now we know that honesty, truthfulness, integrity, these are the values, okay. Now entrepreneurial values, what are this? Now these are the qualities, again a quality or a value that, or a belief that guide and direct an entrepreneur. So there are some belief an entrepreneur is having, and because of those beliefs he is behaving in a particular manner. Now suppose the entrepreneur believes that independence is, or he is having a quality that he values independence, ownership a lot. So because of that value, he is an entrepreneur. He is not working under someone else. He is not doing service. He is not working for someone else. But he has started his own business. He is in entrepreneurial business. Why? Why he is entrepreneur? Because he believes that if he'll be free, he gets freedom to work, and he is the owner of the particular organization, he can perform better. So entrepreneurial values are the qualities which an entrepreneur possesses, the belief that an entrepreneur has, that guide and direct him. Okay. Now there are three factors which influence an entrepreneurial values. First is action factor. Now these are the factors. Action factor is what? The influence which an entrepreneur has because of other people action. Okay. The people who surrounds an entrepreneur, their action, when it affects the entrepreneur, that is action factor, means influence of other people on an entrepreneur. So that is action factor. Next is environment factor. Now the environment, it also exerts some pressure, some influence on the entrepreneurs, that is factor of present in the environment. And these are the personality factor which influence the values of an entrepreneur. So entrepreneurial value is influenced by, affected by the action particular people near him they take, the environment, and last one is his or her own personality. So these are the factors on which entrepreneurial values depends. So the values we have seen, the entrepreneurial values. Now there are 4 core values which is present in an entrepreneur, which should be there in an entrepreneur. So in core values there are 4 core values. First is innovation and creativity. Second one is independence or ownership. Third is respect for work, and fourth one is quest for outstanding performance. So these are the values which is there, which should be there in an entrepreneur. Now innovation, as we have already seen, we have seen it so many times. Innovation means it's an ability to see new ways of doing things. Okay. Now payment. Earlier we used to go to bank and then we withdraw money and all. Then we pay to the vendors or whoever we have to pay. Now we can use debit card and credit card. So use of plastic money, online banking. These are what? These are innovations. Okay. These are this is the ability of an entrepreneur who started this, that he innovated. And innovates means what? Ability to see new ways of doing things. Whatever things we are doing now, we can change the way, the method of doing it. If we can do this, that means that is innovation. And creativity is ability to make it work in practice. See, suppose you have an idea, you want to innovate something new, you have innovated, but it is not practical to make it applicable in the real life, then it is of no use. So whatever ways or new method or an entrepreneur has innovated, he has to translate it into action and he has to make it work in real life, in practice. So that is creativity. So this is the first core value which should be there in an entrepreneur. Second comes independence or ownership. This I have told you earlier also, that this is the very strong and positive ego drive. People who don't want to work for someone else, who want to work for themselves, who want freedom in working, who want to own their own, who want to own an organization. So this is a very strong drive, this is a very strong motivator, because of which a person becomes entrepreneur. Like you can take example of Dhirubhai Ambani. He gave up his job in Yemen and then he came back to India, started his own business. So this was due to this core value which he was having, Dhirubhai Ambani was having. So that is why he left his job there. And then he returned to India and started his own business. Now next is respect for work. This means, see, success through hard work means what? If you respect what you do, if you have interest in what you are doing, then only you will be successful. So you have to get success through hard work, and we can relate that reward and incentives is directly linked to the degree and quality of effort. See, many times in service we feel that we are working very hard, but we are not getting rewards appropriate. According to our work, our hard work, we are not getting our rewards. But in business, in entrepreneurial venture, the reward or incentive you are getting is linked to the degree and quality of effort. Whatever effort the effort you are putting, it's in accordance with your effort, you are getting your reward or incentive. Now this is also one of a very important core value. So here we can see that this is a very important core value. Then next is quest for outstanding performance. Now here, challenges which an entrepreneur faces, that challenge motivates the entrepreneur, that stimulates them. So that is why? Because he always want to perform very nicely. Okay, he always want to have an outstanding performance. So that is why he is persistent. He faces a lot of failure. Then also he never quits the job. He always tries to improve his performance and manufacture a better quality product. So he is very persistent and he is very hard work. And because of this hard work, he is successful in his venture. So we can give example here of Steve Jobs. When Apple phone was launched, he tried to give all the features for making it a very good phone, or very the performance of the phone was very nice in that particular segment. So he took care of it so that the phone should perform very nicely. So these are the 4 core values which should be present in an entrepreneur. Okay, so after this core value, we'll do attitude. Okay, and so the next topic is attitude. As I have said, success depends on values, attitude and motivation. Motivation we have already done. I have posted a video regarding that motivation related to that. So today we have done values. The last factor which affects the success of an entrepreneur is attitude. Now what is the meaning of attitude? See, it is a psychological attribute. Means what? It is a psychological phenomena which shapes the behavior. Again, here behavior of an individual depends on the attitude he is having. Now it is a psychological phenomena, and second is, it is the way a person feels about something. Now what a person feels about a place, or what he is feeling about a person, about a community, and about a situation, an idea. So these are, something means what? Something means place, person, any situation, idea, whatever he is feeling about that is his attitude. Now we can say it is a thought. Attitude is a thought, what you are thinking about. It's your feeling, it's the tendency to behave. How you are behaving is your attitude. So a success of an entrepreneur depends a lot on the attitude he is having, on the feeling, on how he behaves to a particular situation, in a particular situation. How he behaves towards a particular, his behavior is towards a particular group of people. So, and how is his attitude towards his work. So success depends on this. If a person, suppose a person reaches his office always in time, and he is working very hard, that means he is having a positive attitude towards his work. So that is why he is reaching every day office on time, and then he is completing all his work, achieving the targets, cooperating with his colleagues and subordinates, superior. He is doing, everything is good there, and he is behaving in a very nice manner. Why? Because he is having a positive attitude towards his work. So success of an entrepreneur depends on the attitude he is having towards a particular group of people, towards a place, towards an idea, towards a community, whatever it is. So that is what attitude is. Now what are the features of an attitude? Attitude affects your behavior. As I said, how attitude affects your behavior? See, if no external intervention is there, if nobody is intervening in your behavior, then the way you behave is dependent on the attitude you are having. Okay. Now suppose you are having a positive attitude towards your one of your friend. So you will behave in a very polite manner. You will be very humble, very helping. But if you are having a negative attitude towards a particular friend, you will not help him. You will always try to find faults in his behavior or whatever he sees. So our behavior is affected by the attitude. Attitude affects our behavior. Then it is invisible. Why it is invisible? Because it is a psychological phenomenon. Okay, so that is why it is invisible. We cannot see, but we can feel. We can feel what, like as I said, a person is reaching office on time, doing all his work properly. So he is having a positive attitude. So it is invisible. Now attitude is acquired. Yes, we acquire attitude over a period of time. It starts from the childhood, and it depends a lot on the family members, on our family members, our friends, our relatives. Okay, and whatever environment is there in the house and the parents and all, from there, from the childhood itself, your attitude, you are acquiring your attitude. So it is acquired. And then it is pervasive. Pervasive means it is present there in all the aspects of your life. You have an attitude towards politics, towards your country, towards your community, towards your friend, towards everything. So that attitude is there towards all the aspects of your life. So these are the features of attitude. After that, what are the sources when it is acquired? I said one of the features is attitude is acquired. Since childhood we acquire attitude. Now what are the sources from where we acquire this attitude? So there are three sources: direct personal experience, group association, and influential others. Means what? First is direct personal experience, which a person experiences directly. That means suppose a person gets employment, a person is recruited in a company. Now there, when he enters the company, the superior is very cooperative. He is giving the job, he is explaining the job. The colleagues are very good. The work environment is very safe. Okay. Now this is what? Direct personal experience. So he will have a positive attitude, and he will be very happy while working and getting associated with this type of company. So this is what? This is because of the direct personal experience, that the supervisor is good, your superior is good, your subordinates are listening to you, the work culture is very good, environment is very good. So that is the direct personal experience, because of which you acquire an attitude. Next is group association. Your group in the organization, the peer group, the people with whom you associate. if they are having a particular attitude towards a particular place or commodity or whatever it is, idea, you will also develop that attitude. So attitude is acquired through the group of people you are associated with. And last one is influential others. So sometimes it happens that we listen to someone, we listen to a speech of a particular person and we get influenced with that. So because of the attitude of or the belief or behavior of a particular influential person, we get influenced through them and our attitude is influenced because of that person. Like we get influenced by celebrities, we get influenced by some political leader, okay, we get influenced by some spiritual leaders. So that is our attitude, is we acquire an attitude through these influential people. So these are the three sources: your direct personal experience which you are having, then because of the group you are associated with, and the influential person with whom you are in contact. So these are the sources. Now next we'll see what are the essential attitude of an entrepreneur. The next topic here is essential attitudes of an entrepreneur. Now we have seen what attitude is, what are the features of attitude, and how attitude is acquired, what are the sources from where attitude is acquired. Now what are the essential attitude which an entrepreneur should have? Now the first is, an entrepreneur should have passion for his business. Now this is an inborn quality. You cannot acquire this passion. Okay. So passion for business is not acquired. That is an inborn thing which is present in an entrepreneur. So if you have passion for business, then only you can become successful as an entrepreneur. Now second example for trustworthiness. An entrepreneur should always be trustworthy, because if you are trustworthy, then only honest people will associate with you, they will work with you. Okay, people always want to get associated with trustworthy people, with people who are very honest and with whom they can have, on whom they can have trust. So people will associate with you if you set an example of trustworthiness. Now be flexible except for core values. Now these core values which we have discussed, there are 4 core values we have discussed. So you should never be flexible with that. Core values, you cannot leave it. But you should be flexible with what? See, you are working in dynamic environment. So plans, strategies. So these you have to change according to the environment. You can change, you can be flexible with your plans and strategies. But the core values of being innovative, then creative, then quest for outstanding performance, yourself, that respect for work, and the 4 core values, you cannot be flexible with that. Now don't let fear of failure hold on back. Means what? See, we should learn from every opportunity, and whenever we face failure, we should not sit and we should not feel that okay, this is the end. There is always an opportunity. So you should learn from these opportunities and you should move on always. So this should be one of the attitude of an entrepreneur. Now make timely decisions. See, delay in decision means it is of no use. You have to always grab the opportunity when it is there, and if you are devoting excess time on planning, then that is of no use. If that particular moment will pass where you have to take, immediately you have to take the decisions, and if you are delaying it, you are doing excessive planning and not taking decisions on time, then it is of no use. So timely decision making is also one of the attitude. Then the major asset is oneself. That means you have to take care of your health, because your health conditions is very important. That your health condition is very important for the success, and your energy level also. You have to maintain your health, your energy, so that you can put effort in the business. Now keep one's ego under control. What does this mean? You should never show off. You have to always keep your ego under control, and you should always invite suggestions from your subordinates. Okay, you should not feel that, okay, I'm the boss of my enterprise, I'm the boss of my organization, I know everything, nobody can give me a better solution. Only I can give a solution to a problem. No, you should always keep your ego under control, and you should always listen to suggestions, good suggestions, constructive suggestions of your subordinates. Then you should believe in oneself. Believe in oneself means, see, if you are confident, if you are believing in yourself, and if you are confident, this will affect all the stakeholders. Now, who are the stakeholders in a business? Stakeholders are your employees, your customers, your investors. So if you believe in yourself, if you are confident, that will affect all the stakeholders. Okay, stakeholders I said shareholders, they are the customers, the suppliers, employees. These people will get affected by your confidence. Okay, so you should always believe in yourself. Then encourage and accept criticism graciously and admitting one's mistake. This is very important attitude. You should always admit that, okay, this was my mistake. If you have done something wrong, you should accept this, and you should encourage others to give you genuine and honest opinion. Means you should encourage what? You should encourage your subordinates to give honest opinion. Their opinion, their suggestion should always be accepted, and you should accept this in a positive manner. And if you have committed any mistake, you should admit that. Then maintain a strong work ethics. See, this you have to do first. If you are maintaining a very strong work ethic, your subordinates will follow you. Okay, everybody in the organization, they will follow you if you are maintaining a very strong work ethics. So this is another attitude. And then rebound quickly from setbacks. See, business and risk are associated. There are so many risks in the business. There are always ups and downs. Okay, ups and downs are there. So you cannot sit back like, okay, there are so many downs in the business, I am incurring so many losses. So you cannot leave it. You just have to learn from that. This is here also we have here also we have seen, don't let fear of failure hold one back. Means you have to learn from that failure, and then you have to move on. You cannot sit back. You cannot relax. You cannot leave, because persistence is also one of the competency. So these are the essential attitudes of an entrepreneur, which helps an entrepreneur to achieve success in his venture. So with this we complete values and attitude, and the third one, that is motivation. I have already uploaded a video of that motivation. So with this we complete second unit of entrepreneurship. Thank you.